Mr. Sunday, the microphone is yours.
Thank you, and good morning, Chairman Merkley, Ranking Member Mullen, members of the committee and staff. It's an honor to appear before you this morning. My name is Kevin Sunday, Director of Government Affairs with the Pennsylvania Chamber of Business and Industry. We're the largest broad-based business advocacy organization in the Commonwealth, representing nearly 10,000 members of all sizes and from all industrial and commercial sectors. Our state is the #2 producer of natural gas and the largest exporter of electricity in the U.S. We're a major producer of construction materials, food, medicine, and other life-sustaining products, and several of our members have important advances underway to establish a circular economy that minimizes water and plastics waste. And as you deliberate on this issue, it's our position that policy must expand opportunity for all our citizens, advance sustainability, and support economic growth. High energy prices are a regressive tax on the most vulnerable, and domestic energy development is paramount to addressing energy poverty here and abroad. Now, one of the key criteria in defining an environmental justice community is the percentage of households or individuals in poverty. These communities want jobs, so we must embrace and pursue tax and regulatory policy that doesn't drive investment away from these communities. The pandemic and recent supply chain shocks have made clear how important it is for Pennsylvania and our nation to have a robust and reliable supply of energy and life-sustaining products. I'm proud to represent a state that's dramatically improved the nation's energy security and put it at the leaderboard for emissions reductions. Not only is Pennsylvania now measuring attainment through the increased use of domestic energy for all NAAQS criteria pollutants, but our diverse energy portfolio has positioned us as the second leading state for greenhouse gas emission reductions. And shale gas development, which has the lowest methane intensity of any production basin in the world, according to the Clean Air Task Force, is estimated to be responsible for more than 60% of the total domestic greenhouse gas reductions since 2005, putting the United States ahead of the next 4 countries combined for aggregate emissions reductions. Our state's chemical industry supports more than $24 billion in annual economic output and 55,000 jobs. Like most North American chemical manufacturers, they rely on natural gas and petroleum feedstocks for 99% of the building blocks for more than 70,000 different products, including a variety of medical devices, products, and vaccines. And these feedstocks are also used to produce ammonia and fertilizer, which are necessary to provide food to a growing global population. According to the U.S. EPA, manufactured goods from recycled materials typically requires less energy than producing goods from virgin materials and thereby reduces emissions. And plastics play a key role in reducing greenhouse gas emissions and ensuring resilience from natural disasters. Our state's energy, plastics, and chemical industry are a major economic driver, but it has not been the case that plastic production operations in our state have triggered environmental justice analyses and the associated enhanced public participation process, owing both to the geographies in which they operate and the nearby demographics. Nonetheless, there remains an extremely protective and stringent regulatory regime applicable to these facilities and operations. Our members are leaning in, from a refinery in southeastern PA being recognized by a historic leader in the environmental justice movement for the company's community engagement, to an innovative zero landfill plastics recycling facility in Erie that's empowering the community to increase their own waste minimization efforts, an initiative that's being undertaken in partnership with community groups, the U.S. EPA, and with support from legislators across the aisle, including Senators Casey and Fetterman. As state and federal regulators define policy goals with respect to environmental justice, the implementation of these goals must come through clearly articulated, objective regulatory standards established by statute and through a rulemaking process that are applied fairly and allow communities to thrive. Pennsylvania's approach to environmental justice has, to date, established a process that's ensured public participation from impacted communities and a permitting process that's produced durable permitting decisions. I want to reiterate that disadvantaged communities are in need of investment, and that investment will not come without tax and regulatory policy that encourages it. So let me close by saying that we at the Chamber strongly support the announcements from leaders on both sides of the aisle, including Chairman Carper and Ranking Member Capito, on legislation to enact meaningful permitting reform to drive more investment forward. Congress, in a bipartisan manner, has over the past several years implemented key regulatory and permitting reform provisions in defense, energy, and infrastructure bills, and most recently, the debt ceiling. There's widespread agreement on both sides of the aisle, by business and by labor, that we can pursue further environmental progress while cutting red tape. In fact, it's the only way we're going to. So thank you for the opportunity, and I look forward to answering any questions that you may have.